360 and culture, it's what drew me to the company in the first place. And I'll never forget the first time I went out to see the company, considering an investment. And I sat down with Jason and Todd, and for the first 40 minutes of that meeting, we talked about company values and what it was like to work there and the kind of culture that they were intent on forming. By the time I was done with that 40 minutes, I almost didn't care what the business was, because in my experience, businesses change, but it's rare for me to hear a company that is that focused on something that I consider that important. Not to the exclusion of the business, but it was the most important thing driving the business. So it was one of those, I guess, relationships that got off to a very, very good start, and so far so good.
It was a company that was unlike almost any company I'd seen at that stage. It was built on different values than companies are built on, and obviously every company has to focus on revenue growth and profit and raising money and all of that goes along with technology. This company was built on the customer, more so than any I had seen. And to have great and happy customers, you have to have great and happy employees. And that connection between, if we're happy, they're happy, and if they're happy, we're happy, hadn't seen it in a long time. I also had the benefit of working for what was viewed to be the best cultural sticky company in the world, a company called PeopleSoft. It was rated as Fortune's #2 company, and I realized then the difference that a company culture can make. It can turn good companies into great companies.
I do think that there is a very strong correlation between the overall customer experience and culture, as long as there's a differentiation between culture that's kind of, positioned at the top level of the organization, but not actually, there's no real culture that's actually disseminated throughout the organization. 360 Incentives does a really good job of this, because everything they do is culture-based, and it starts at the top, but it needs to get pushed down throughout the organization, and in order for that to happen, that's ultimately what needs to happen in order for that to be successful.